Hey, Rough Riders. I'm about to start something new tonight that I'm going to do with y'all occasionally. This is the start of my new segment. Did I say that? Yeah, that's the name of it. Did I say that? And I'm going to say some things. And if y'all want to, y'all can comment. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to ask me any questions about what I said, if you need a deeper meaning or understanding, which everything is pretty self-explanatory, but there's no stupid questions on my channel. So let's get with it. If you wait on change, you're going to stay the same. If you had a problem before I met you, but being that I had a problem, I couldn't see your problem. See, when you meet people and then problems come along in the relationship, a lot of times you can't see their problem because you had a problem. That's why we got to make sure that we don't come into a problematic relationship with somebody that has and that you have a problem, because you won't see the problem, and then your whole relationship will be a problem. That's why it's really important to take the time to heal. I know we don't like being in pain. I know we don't like being alone. But that's how you heal, when you find what is going on with you. Okay. It is a horrible thing to have children when you're trying to find yourself, because they suffer with you of the things that you're going through. That's what happens to a lot of us. We have children early in age, and I'm not telling somebody when or when not to have children. But when you have children early in age and you have not learned who you are within that age, what it is that you want to do, you just had sex and this would happen and this what comes all about. That's why a lot of us are breaking up, because we weren't built up. We weren't already built up. See, you got to be already built up. That's why a lot of people get into, a lot of relationships have controversy, a lot of arguments, because I'm trying to tear you down because I don't even know how I'm built. I'm not built already. So what I do in the argument is to tear you down to make me feel like I'm better than you, or I'm not bad off as you. That's when you get into a party and you go back and forth and y'all say all these hurtful things. It's because you have not yet founded it yourself. So being that you have no foundational ground on yourself, you have to tear somebody else down because you have not yet been built. Okay? You're in your own way from seeing everything that's in your way. We're always the biggest block in our lives. We are in our own way. That's why we can't find a way, because we block the way that we're supposed to go by having all the things that we have experienced, all the residue, all the bad relationships. And when I say relationships, I'm talking about parents, siblings, cousins, all of that stuff. And a lot of us, we don't want to look at that. We just want to, swipe on by it. But if you got to get out your own way. You from in everything that you've experienced, that you keep on allowing to block your way from getting new experiences. See, sometimes when we get hurt, we block new experience. We block that good experience because we allowed that bad one to come in. So now from this point on, we're not going to be able to have something, how can I say it? good because we've experienced so much bad. So it's actually in your way. Your experience is actually in your way from allowing what God has made a way to come in. It's like you block a door. You can't get in. Every time you push it or twist the knob, there's no budging. You just stuck like Chuck. So get out your own way. Where there are no endings, there can't be new beginnings. You know, when I thought about when my marriage was ending years ago, I focused so much on the ending that I didn't even really give a thought to the new beginnings that I could have, that God wanted me to have. And some things it's not even supposed to begin, that's why they end. Some things should have never had a beginning. But like I say, and like I said before, when you are damaged and you get in a relationship with another damaged person, and the damage, both damages have been alone for a certain amount of time, and when you do meet this person, you think you're coming together out of a great desire. Sometimes it is, but a lot of times it's not. But what is coming through when you coming together, when it's two damaged people that have not did the work of healing, I'm gonna say that. Two damaged people coming together without that healing, you think that it feels really good. And what feels really good is not that they might be good for you or you good for them, but you no longer have to suffer that damage alone. So you don't show the damage and you come into the relationship both damaged just to cause some more damage. It may take some time for the damage to show, but it'll come up. It will come up. If there's no endings, there can be no new beginnings. And so get back to what I was saying, is that when my marriage ended, I didn't think about the new beginnings I could have. I just thought about, oh my goodness, this is horrible, because it affected a lot of people, but it was never supposed to have a beginning. That's why it ended. That's just how I feel. Because a lot of times, like I said, we come together damaged. We're trying to make something be something that it shouldn't be, or you've been so long, by yourself so long without the healing. Because with the healing, you can have a healthy relationship, but without it, you won't. So this is another saying: we make a pact, P-A-C-T, a pact, before we unpack all the things that we didn't know were packed. We make pact with people. We say, to death do us part, to love, honor, and cherish, and all whatever all that stuff is. You make it. And when you're making that, you might have pure intentions when you're making that. But if you make a pact, P-A-C-T, before you unpack all the things that has happened to you, or that has happened to me, that has happened to us, that has happened to we have to unpack all the things that we didn't know we packed. We didn't know it. I'm going to say an example when I'm talking about a pact. Just say, for instance, you go on a trip. You go on a trip, you pack your bag, and you come home, and you just throw that stuff in the closet. You throw that suitcase in the closet with all that stuff packed in it, because you really ain't gonna miss it, because it's probably summer wear, and it's a vacation. It's vacation wear, so there's nothing you're gonna wear all the time. So you don't miss it. But one day you go in the closet and you be like, oh my God, this is the bag that I packed last year. This is where all the things that I packed for the trip last year, and I'm getting ready to go on a trip again this year, and the stuff is still in the bag. So now you have to unpack all that stuff, wash it, and repack for the new trip, which if you had unpacked in the first place, you wouldn't carry that into the next year. And what I'm saying is that we carry stuff into the next year of our lives from things from last year, so that the pack that we about to make is not going to work because we haven't unpacked the things that we already packed. So you got to get rid of the old so that you can enjoy the new. You can't store it away in a suitcase and everything you've been through locked away in your mind and be like, I done forgot about it. No, you have to deal with it. And like I say, time does not heal all wounds. It's what you do within the time that heals the wound. Okay. Next one. Some people try to bring you down so they don't have to come up. Some people try to bring you down so they don't have to come up. See, it's easier to bring somebody down than you to come up to the level to where they're at. And either way, you have to be willing to come up. Some people okay with their foolishness and they mess. So instead of them coming up to yours that is going to apply work, inner work, they rather bring you down by the outer works. Next one. It's easy to hate, but it's hard to love. Oh, it's so easy to hate somebody. The reason why it's so easy to hate somebody, most people hate themselves. So it's easy for them to find something about you that they don't like because they don't have it within them. So they hate you for that. You ain't have to do nothing to them. It's just easier for people to hate than it is for people to love. And when I say that is, when I say it's hard to love, is when you find no tangible reason, but you love through all seasons. You'll look at that person, you'll find no reason to love them, and you still love them through all seasons. That's love. That's when you love somebody. And when I'm talking about love somebody, I'm not talking about sex. And when I'm talking about loving somebody, I'm not saying be a damn fool. That is not what I'm saying. You could still have love for someone, even though there are appointed times of being unlovable. But you don't have to deal with them to love them. That's what people don't understand. You don't have to fight people. Come on over, girl. Come on, we're going to do. You don't have to have people over your house and you running this, y'all running the streets together to love somebody. Love is unconditional, basically. Is that I'm going to love you regardless, but being that I can't love you like I want to love you, that you're acting unlovable, what I'm going to do is I'm going to love you from a distance. And I'm going to let you go the distance within your own situation on your own terms. But I'm not dealing with you in none of that. So that's when you love someone. When you tell someone, you be like, I love you. They be looking at you like, well, I don't love you. Because it depends on how they interpret love within themselves. And a lot of people have never felt love or been truly loved. All their love has been conditional. So I hope that helped y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. And this is my new chapter. Did I say that? And what do you have to say about what I said? Till next time, get it before it gets you. I'm out.